Hello, and welcome to the Evening News. My name is LaFonda Daniel. Tonight, we have a segment on next week's trial of James Irving, who is the accused of the racist murder incident that took place. What looked and seemed to be a great win turned sour on that fateful night in October. No one suspected that someone would be killed. Henry, the deceased, was attacked by James Irving, who was claimed to be the killer. Constable Payne, who was at the scene, had this to say.
In our interview with Constable Payne, he told us that he had sensed people drinking on the scene, but noticed in his own opinion that the accused was not drunk. He also said to us that he did not find any weapons on the scene besides the pocket knife that he was picked up from the ground.
A key witness, as well as the deceased's brother, had this to say.
My brother Henry and his girlfriend Susan and I were leaving the pub, and we were heading towards the parking lot in which Henry parked his car. We were approached by a young group of youth, which made a flicking motion at my brother and I, made a racist remark. My brother wanted to talk to them, so we turned around and started the fights immediately after that. The fights pursued for a couple minutes. I saw my brother fall to the ground, and I saw the person who he'd been fighting for throw something across the street. The police arrived immediately after that.
Susan Christopher, the deceased's long-term girlfriend, who was supposed to get married to him in June, had this to say.
We were walking downtown from the bar after the hockey game, and as we passed the Four Seasons Hotel, we saw a group of young youth who propositioned me rudely. After they called out to me, my boyfriend Henry approached them, and one of the youth attacked Henry very violently and with a knife. Despite my screams to stop, Henry died because of the youth's stabbings.
A third-party witness, Marty Lowe, had this to say.
I saw two groups of youth, but four were actively fighting. I saw a white man and a First Nations man, and at the time, I saw that the First Nations man was in control of the fight. I called for assistance, but when I looked back, it appeared that the First Nations man had got up, but he was covered in blood, and he suddenly fell to the ground. At this time, I ran over to deliver first aid, but I did not see any weapon on the ground or used by the accused.
Peter Stark, friends with alleged murderer James Irving, believes
my brother Henry and his girlfriend Susan and I were leaving the pub, and we were heading towards the parking lot in which Henry parked his car. We were approached by a young group of youth, which made a flicking motion at my brother and I, made a racist remark. My brother wanted to talk to them, so we turned around and started the fights immediately after that. The fights pursued for a couple minutes. I saw my brother fall to the ground, and I saw the person who he'd been fighting for throw something across the street. The police arrived immediately after that.
Tune in next week for more. Thank you and good night. LaFonda out. Hello.